Hi, everybody. We're excited to have you with us for this webinar today. I'm here with um, Ellen and Courtney from the American Association of Community Colleges. My name is Rachel Bauer, if we've never met, and I'm the PI of AT Central, which acts as an information hub for the AT community. We're all going to introduce ourselves, and then, of course, Ellen's going to dive right in. So I'm going to turn things over to Ellen and Courtney to introduce themselves, and we'll get started.
Thanks, Rachel. And again, my apologies for the technical difficulty and the great appreciation for all the assists. I'm Ellen Hazen, the Associate Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs with AACC. And I'd like Courtney to introduce herself. She will be in chat and monitoring all those questions.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Courtney Larson, the ATE Project Coordinator. Feel free to ask me any questions here or later via email.
Yes. And thank you, Rachel, for facilitating this with us. So let me dive right in and talk about what we're going to cover today. I'm going to give a brief overview of the conference. If this is your first time, you're not as familiar with it, then we'll talk about all the virtual pieces, the AT Connects virtual kickoff, which is next week, the virtual platform and track, and then we'll have a question break, and then we'll pivot to the in-person event. So if there's those of you that are just attending virtually, you're certainly welcome to stay for the whole webinar, but we've constructed it with the virtual pieces, which apply to everyone, and then the in-person conference towards the end. And of course, we've hopefully got some time for some questions. But again, if you're new to the event, this is the Advanced Technological Education Principal Investigators Conference. It's a national professional development and networking event for ATE grantees and their project partners. This event is sponsored by the National Science Foundation, and it's run by the American Association of Community Colleges, primarily through an ATE grant. So we are an ATE grantee as well. So this is our 29th annual event that we have worked on with NSF. So we're very excited to be back in person this year. And on the screen, as you can see, we kick off next week virtually with ATE Connects on October 20 to 21. We have the in-person conference, and that's followed by the virtual track on November 4. So the who and why, we are expecting about 800 people between the in-person and the virtual track. We have 650 folks registered right now for the in-person conference, which is a good turnout considering we have about 200 that are only doing virtual. So we're really excited by the turnout. Our community is ATE PIs, Project Center PIs, co-PIs, and their grant partners from business, industry, K-12, and four-year institutions. We have NSF program officers and AACC staff attend, as well as select guests representing the federal government and STEM-related nonprofits and associations. We have a good local turnout that's coming as well. And ATE students have the opportunity to attend, and we have 42 students that are joining us this year. And when we talk about the why of attending, likely the most compelling reason is NSF requires you to participate, whether it's virtual or in person. But even so, we want you to think of this and hope that you think of it as a nice benefit of being an ATE grantee. Because participating in this conference, again, whether virtually or in person, offers a very unique kind of professional development. It enables you to understand the national impact of the ATE program and the role that your project plays in that. And it introduces you to a community, particularly of those of you new to ATE. You're going to be engaging with people who are all very interested in your work and truly understand the joys and the challenges of being an innovator in STEM technician education. So the event website, hopefully you have all seen this and been familiar, are familiar with it. We just posted our conference program this morning, so do take a look at that, download it and peruse through all the sessions. But this is the place for all the conference information. Thanks to your contributions, the conference will feature more than 60 sessions through both the virtual and the in-person track, as well as ATE Connects, which I will touch on momentarily. And by momentarily, I mean now. So this is what's happening next week. ATE Connects is required of all ATE grantees. We have over 300 ATE projects and centers that are on the platform. This is a key component of the conference. It offers you the opportunity to network and connect with one another, explore the community, and share information about your projects and centers. Again, we are kicking off with 2 virtual kickoff events, as you can see on the slide. statewide, one October 20 and one October 21, and largely grouped around the discipline areas you see on the screen. You are absolutely welcome to come to both. In fact, we encourage you to do so, but certainly at least attend the one that most closely aligns to your project or center. To prepare for these sessions, we ask participants to submit information and handouts for their grants, and all of those are available at your disposal. So for those attending the in-person ATE conference, this kickoff event really serves as an introduction to the community to help participants maximize their time. And for those unable to attend, this is a virtual networking and engagement opportunity where we will have PIs and team members come together on the platform. And all materials are available on demand, not only through the event, but for up to 6 months following. So this is the agenda for October 20. This is on our website. I just wanted to cover it as well, because we will be coming together live. We're going to have a kickoff and some announcement from Celeste Carter, followed by some introductions and some resource sharing by some of the national centers. And then we'll be diving into discipline-specific breakouts. So we have Zoom meetings in advanced manufacturing on the first day. You can see the schedule on the website and in the platform. So we can jump into 4 Zoom rooms, and that will be led by ATE center directors and their co-PIs and team members, and have an informal discussion, and then obviously peruse and explore the community and engage with others. The agenda for the October 21 kickoff follows a very similar format to the night before. Celeste Carter again with a welcome with a bit more information about the event. We have 3 additional centers that will be sharing some information. I'll go over again how to get the most out of exploring the community. And then we have another round of small group breakouts. Through ATE Connects itself on the virtual platform, you have the opportunity to explore, engage, and connect with ATE projects and centers. You can chat, you can direct message with attendees, you can drop a business card. As we mentioned, you can join one of these Zoom breakouts. And we're grouped by 8 STEM discipline areas. When you submitted your Connects submission, you selected where you would be most closely aligned for the purposes of the platform. And once you get on the platform, you can filter and search for ATE Connects projects and centers by institution, key contact, key focus area, and we also have a master list posted on each of the pages. So I wanted to actually give you some information on the platform itself. Again, since this is for everyone, we hope you're coming to the kickoff, and then for those that are coming to the virtual track. The conference platform will open on October 18th, so we're busy fine-tuning everything. So you have a chance to get in there and poke around and see materials prior to the virtual kickoff starting on October 20th. You're going to receive an email with your login credentials on October 18th by about 3 o'clock that afternoon. So be on the lookout for that. And then we'll also have the URL from the main conference website, which will direct you to the virtual platform. Once on the site, you can navigate by a drop-down menu to either the day or the subject area that you're looking for. So if you're coming to the virtual kickoff, you could scroll. It'll automatically open on that day, but you could go to October 20th. You'll see slides, tiles, as we call them, depicted on the screen. So you would click into those tiles to join the session. So for example, for the kickoff where we're all coming together in one session for some introductions, you would hit join session at the designated time. And so when this is over, you are welcome to join some of the breakouts that are going to be held in Zoom rooms by connecting through the tiles on the platform as well. When it comes time to explore the whole ATE community, and again, you can start this as soon as the platform opens, you can come to the ATE Connects lobby. You'll see the 8 STEM discipline areas where the ATE Connects submissions are grouped. You would just click on the room of your choice. In this case, we've pulled up advanced manufacturing technologies, and you'll see each grant project is listed alphabetically by their grant title. There is a red filter button at the top right of the screen, and through filtering, you can sort by primary institution, the primary contact's first and last name, some of the key focus areas. So if you're interested in pulling everybody who said they're focused on student recruitment and retention, you can do that, and it'll pull up these pages. And we also have master lists available. When you open an ATE Connects tile, you'll see this information displayed. You'll get an abstract of the project, the grant number, the type of project, the primary contact, and then we have some icons at the top. Clicking the resource icon will open their one-pagers, and then several AT projects and centers, you are invited to submit up to 4 additional handouts. So those would be available here as well for viewing and download. And then you can also drop a card if you just want to let someone know, hey, I was by your session, contact me. You can do that. You can engage in chat at the session level or at the room level. There's a chat box in each room. And you can also directly email the key contacts for the AT Connect submissions. If you are the key contact of an AT Connect submission, when you log into the website, you're going to see this third tab, which is an attendant dashboard. And what this allows you to do is to see the activity on your tile. So when you would click that, it would open your tile. If someone has left you a business card, you'd be able to see that there. You'd be able to see your tile chat as well as general sat chat. So this is a good place to be while you're exploring other projects and centers, and you can see how folks are engaging with you. Information about the attendant dashboard, we have just a short tutorial on that, so you're aware of its functionality. That'll be going out to those of you that are signed up as the key contacts for your AT Connect submission. That's coming on Tuesday with your login instructions. So again, you just have an extra tab where you can monitor what's going on in your AT Connect tile via dashboard. And then on November 4, I'm skipping over the in-person because we'll cover that in a moment. We have our virtual track. We will open with a plenary session. We're very excited about our keynote speaker. You can see her on the screen speaking on advancing underrepresented minorities, student mobility and STEM education. The virtual track is included in the conference program, so you can read about that on the website. And the plenary session will be followed by 10 sessions, all in live Zoom meetings, so we can engage and chat with one another, and we'll ensure chat is enabled for that, where we will have 5 in the first round and 5 in the second round. And the virtual track, again, here on the platform, you would just click into the tile at the designated date time of the session and click join session to partake. All of the virtual sessions are going to be recorded, so if at 2 o'clock you want to be in 4 sessions at once, they're all recorded and you can come back and take a look at them on demand. Also on the platform, some of the materials from the in-person event will be housed here. So the platform also serves as kind of a content hub and resource sharing. We will be recording the main plenary sessions at the in-person conference, which will be available here for on-demand viewing. And any materials or presentations, such as PowerPoint slides coming out of the main conference, will be posted here as well by day. Some basic system requirements. I won't spend a lot of time on this. This is available on our website. This is a Zoom-based platform, so you want to make sure you have the most updated version. It does not work in Internet Explorer. We do recommend Google Chrome. And again, all of the system requirements are on the website. One big one is we do recommend when participating that you connect through your laptop or your desktop. This is very difficult to engage in chat or have any of the functionality with a mobile device. So that is a recommendation to connect through something with a larger screen where you're able to interact with attendees. And then certainly we have a help desk and an ACC corner on each platform page, as well as other resources available to you. So on the 18th, you can jump in there, take a look, and join us for the kickoff sessions on the 20th and 21st. I've tried to go through that quickly to make up for the fact that I had some stalling at the beginning. So Rachel, I don't know if there are any questions on the virtual piece, and then I can pivot to in-person.
You know, there weren't really, I mean, folks were just asking about things like, you know, how do we log in? And all of that was answered. And Courtney answered it in chat too. So I think we are good to go.
Yeah, and when you log in, you'll be given credentials and a password that is a generic password, and then you'll be prompted to enter create your own password. And then there's also, you can create a profile for yourself if you want to upload a photo. So we'll have information on that when we send out the login instructions on the virtual platform. And again, all that coming next Tuesday. All right, so rolling right along to the in-person event, October 26th to 28th at the Omni Shoreham Hotel in Washington, D.C. This is just to note that this is a very compact event. We start with pre-conference workshops on Wednesday. We open at 5:30 with an opening plenary session and dinner, and the whole conference wraps at noon on Friday. So Thursday is a particularly long day. We tell you to come early and stay to the end. There's a lot of informative sessions and very strategic built-in networking engagement opportunities through ATE Connects. There are multiple sessions that occur in a time frame, as you can see by looking at the conference program. So if you have a team that's attending with you, we encourage you to split your team and cover more ground, and do expect to be busy. As I said, it's in a short time frame. We try to get a lot in, and we're just very excited to have you join us. As I referenced, we do start with pre-conference workshops. They are listed here on the slide, also on our website. For those that are new to ATE, we have a ton of people signed up for the Getting Started workshop, which is wonderful. If you haven't and you're attending the in-person event and you are new, we do encourage you to do so, because that's where we share a lot of information about grant management and getting started that is relevant to those new to the program and those that may need a refresher. All of our pre-conference workshops still have space, and you can still sign up to attend if you'd like. You can actually go back into your registration record or email the ATE box, and Courtney can put that into chat, and we can assist you with signing up for a pre-con. We keep those, if there's space available, we keep them open on site to register before closing them. But those are really hands-on intensive workshops with some great presenters, so we hope you'll partake of that. As I referenced, we open Wednesday night at 5:30. From 5:30 to 6:30 is our plenary speaker, Dr. Scott Barry Kaufman, talking about choosing growth and preparing students for a post-pandemic world. He'll be speaking. We'll have introductions from NSF and ACC. He'll be speaking for the first hour and taking questions from the audience. And then the second hour is for dinner. And then immediately following dinner, which I'll talk about on the next slide, is a student poster session and reception. But I also have listed on this slide, we have a plenary session on Friday morning where we have Allison Knox from Microsoft sharing some industry trends and some collaborative industry government higher education approaches to preparing students for a post-pandemic workforce. I'm excited to hear from both of these keynote speakers. And some pictures from seasons past. I had to go back. It's been a few years to share information on our plenary sessions so you can get a sense of how this looks. As I referenced, following the plenary session and dinner, we will transition into an adjacent ballroom. Well, we have 42 students that will have prepared posters that relate to their program of study or their career path, and we'll be serving dessert in that room. So we do encourage you to come in and engage with the students. We very strategically put the students up front and center, since that's why we're all doing this. And we're just very excited to have such an amazing group of students that are coming. And thank you to all the PIs and co-PIs that are supporting their attendance and bringing them with you to attend. So again, please encourage you to come to the student poster session on Wednesday evening. For those that are traveling with students, there is a separate student schedule of events. They have some dedicated sessions. We ran a separate student orientation webinar. All that information is available on our website. So if you want information pertaining just to student events, you can certainly email Courtney or reference that there. So Thursday morning, bright and early, we give you a full breakfast. It is a full breakfast buffet. It opens at 7:30. We're in a very large ballroom for meals, but if you're more comfortable eating in your room or outside, you can ask for a to-go box to do that. We want to accommodate everyone's comfort level with eating, but we have breakfast available. And then we start very early with our current concurrent sessions at 8:30. The concurrents we're offering are listed here on the slide and also in the conference program. And again, I did just want to put in a plug for the student spotlight, as 4 of the students that are attending the conference will be sharing some strategies for engagement and innovation with you, and they will be participating in that session. And there's a picture of students from past sessions. So we're always excited to highlight students in sessions as we're able to do so. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the rest of the conference. After the concurrent sessions on Thursday, we flow into a combination of sessions, spotlights, birds of a feather, and demonstration sessions, as well as ATE Connects, which I'll talk about in a moment. And on Friday, we have high impact workshops and synergy sessions. These are all detailed in the conference agenda, but they're organized by track. Generally, your spotlight sessions are more formal panel types of presentations, and your birds of a feather are more discussion-based sessions and interactive to share promising strategies and lessons learned. Your demonstrations are shorter sessions, while Spotlight and Birds of a Feather are 50 minutes, demonstrations are 30-minute presentations, and they're really to show you how to apply or use a pedagogical tool. And we had a special focus on virtual teaching and learning tools and models for this conference, so do check out all of these sessions on Thursday. And on Friday morning, after following breakfast and our our plenary speaker, we have a longer format, high impact workshops, and those are offered to address some targeted areas of need within the AT community. And then we round things out with synergy meetings, which are really designed to be more informal sessions to meet ATE community members with similar projects and interests. And again, very discussion-based and interactive. So we encourage you to stay until the end. We adjourn at noon and again have a full program Friday morning. On Thursday afternoon, again, we offer lunch roundtables. You're welcome to come in, eat in the Regency Ballroom, or take your food to go, whatever you're most comfortable with. But for those of you that would like to engage in small interactive venue for discussion, we have ATPIs that have agreed to lead discussion sessions, and that's limited to people seated around one table. You can see the tables are numbered. Those are listed in the conference program. They are first come, first serve, and they'll be seated towards the front of the ballroom. So if you're interested in one of the topics offered and you'd like to eat your lunch with someone and engage in a lunch discussion, you have that opportunity on Thursday. All right, ATE Connects. So very similar to what we've done in person, we've structured 2 information sharing and networking sessions at the in-person event. So while we required you to sign up for your materials to engage virtually, it was optional if you wanted to host what we're calling a conversation hub for the in-person event. But thankfully, we had many of you sign up to attend, so we will have a very robust ATE Connect session and networking and engagement. So again, this is an opportunity to network, to share promising strategies and lessons learned, and really to build collaborations and connections with the ATE community. We've organized these again into 2 separate sessions, both occurring on Thursday, October 27th, one in the morning from 10:30 to 12:15, and then one at the end of the day, 3:45 to 5:30. And this is dedicated time. So we really are trying to encourage networking and interaction. And we'll also be feeding you well through these. We make sure you're caffeinated and hydrated, and that you have the opportunity for some nourishment throughout all of these sessions. But this gives you a general look of what a conversation hub is and how they're going to be laid out into adjacent ballrooms. Again, we're running 2 sessions of this. They're going to be grouped by discipline area. So if you're really looking to connect with all the IT and security technologies projects, there will be they're designated by floor decal and by sign where those are grouped together. And you'll be able to engage with them, pick up some handouts, and talk with them at the table level. And then in the conference program, if you hadn't taken a look, we have them listed by institution, and then we also have abstracts for each of them. So if you want to go through and see who you want to engage with, you can look at them there. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but in the virtual space, when you open the ATE Connects submissions on the virtual platform, if they are participating in person, it will say so, and it will tell you which session they're in, what room they're in, and what their number is. So if you want to continue the conversation in Washington, D.C., you can do so. So we bridge what's happening virtually with what is occurring in person. A few other common questions, and then we will see if there are any questions. One of the common questions we get is identifying your ATE program officers. We also have questions on attire, internet, and health and safety. So if you do not know who your NSF program officer is, you can actually go to the Teaching Technicians website. There's a section entitled Help for PIs that offers step-by-step instructions on how to navigate the NSF website. We will be providing a list of NSF program staff on the virtual platform, looking very similar to what's on the page, where we list all the program directors and provide a photo. NSF is also providing us with a list of projects and who the assigned program directors are. So if you are unaware of who your program director is, or your rotator has left and you have a new one, this would be where you could look for that information, as well as teaching technicians. We list the program directors in the physical conference program as well as to the virtual platform. When they check into the conference, as they're all attending in DC, they have a ribbon, a bright red ribbon that says NSF staff. So you can look for that ribbon as well on their badge, and Celeste usually asks them to stand in the plenary session to help identify them. In terms of getting in touch with them on site, as you can imagine, there's going to be 650 of you and a limited number of them. If you are interested in meeting with your NSF program director on site, we recommend you reach out to them in advance. Many of them are certainly open to doing so. And we have some small meeting rooms set aside if you need to, and that NSF program directors are aware or open to them if they wanted to pull you in for an impromptu meeting or exchange. So you can reach out to them ahead of time. A good place to find them is in the ATE Connects networking sessions, because they're in there looking to engage with you. And they will also have a table outside of the two ballrooms, the two connected ballrooms where the AT Connects sessions will be taking place, which I believe they're kind of rotating and staffing, but they should have an NSF program director there through all the AT Connects sessions. And just so you're aware, if you have a question of a program officer, even if it's not your program officer, a lot of them can answer your questions and are certainly open to talking with you. Rachel, I'm putting up the ATE Central staff in the photo here, but conference attire, business casual, comfortable shoes. We spread out, we take out the whole Omni Shoreham Hotel from one end to the other. So, and it is an older historic hotel, so there is a lot of walking. Do dress in layers. Some of these rooms can be a little bit cool. And certainly we never know the weather in October. It could be 70 degrees or it could be 40 degrees. So just, ensure you've got some layers and some comfortable shoes for the event. And internet access, yes, we provide complimentary internet through the meeting, in all the meeting space and in the common areas. You'll get that code when you check into registration. And then when you check into that hotel, you have a free wireless access in your hotel room, which is a different code as part of your room. Health and safety, we did send all this information out in our registration materials. It's part of the pathway and it's on the conference website. We are requiring that participants be vaccinated with a booster dose or submit a negative PCR test taken within 48 hours of attending the conference. There is a detailed know before you go on the website. You'll be submitting these documents through 42 chat. You can use a smartphone, or there is a web URL that you can upload through a web interface as well. We do ask you to do this before you go because it'll just expedite the process of checking into the event. When you arrive to the conference, you'll go through kind of a health and safety checkpoint just to make sure we have your documents, and then you'll proceed to registration. I do want to stress that we have a dedicated person on site, a health and safety individual that will have access to testing centers or urgent care centers or anything if you should need that information. We also have some rapid tests, antigen tests on site if you need one or would like one. And we have a dedicated email address for this person, this individual at ATE Wellness, as you'll see on the screen. If you've got questions on the safety protocols, please reach out to us directly. We understand attending conferences in person is a very personal decision, and there's a lot of questions and reactions to requirements. We are happy to address them one-on-one with you. So I encourage you to reach out to us at the wellness address. And I think I sped through everything just to ensure we had some time for questions. And this is a group of students that last attended in 2019. So we're very excited to get a group photo with our students attending this year. So Courtney or Rachel, I don't know if there are any questions at this time.
There was one question about safety in the area around the hotel this was a first-time attendee who just asked, is it safe to go out and about?
That's a very good question. The hotel is in what's called the Woodley Park area of Washington, D.C. It is a very well-trafficked area, generally very safe. Certainly any new city, at any time you're going out, you want to be aware of your surroundings. But there are a lot of very nice restaurants within walking distance. The National Zoo is within walking distance. So it's generally a very safe, very walkable place with access to, again, the Metro Rail, which is right across the street, making it very convenient, and restaurants and drugstores and the like. So it is safe right around the immediate area. It also backs up to Rock Creek Park, which has wonderful running and jogging trails if you want to get up early and get out and about. I don't know, Rachel, having been, if you wanted to comment on that as well, but it is a generally very safe and very well trafficked area.
I think so too. And just so that people are aware, there are a lot of great restaurants right in the area. If on one of the nights you are going out to dinner, they're great places to eat, like right across the street. So you don't have to walk far. There's also a little grocery store right there. So if you're someone who wants to go get bottled water or any of those kinds of things, that's all right within walking distance. And I believe, I can't remember, Ellen, if it's a CVS or a Walgreens. I know there's a drugstore.
CVS, right? Yes.
CVS, couldn't remember. So there are a lot of good, easy to find resources right in the area. And then, it's really not a long walk to places like Adams Morgan, Georgetown. I mean, many people like to take a cab, but it's a beautiful, very walkable city. And I've been going to this conference for, I'm not sure I want to mention how many years, but many, many years, and have never had any issues at all. It's very safe, I think.
And I will say, on the virtual platform, we have a Washington, D.C. visitors tile, and in it we have a guide that includes information about the metro, getting around, and then we also have a list of area restaurants that are all walkable to the Omni that was provided by the hotel. So those are resources when the platform opens on Tuesday, you have access to as well. And certainly we're happy to answer questions about the DC area if it's your first time visiting. It's always nice. I like that part of DC. And as I said, the Omni itself has beautiful grounds and backs up to a really nice open space if you wanted to get out and take a walk early in the morning or in between sessions type of thing.
We did just get an interesting question. Michael brought this up. Can we explain the protocols for the virtual AT Connect session? There are numerous projects during the time frame. Do we make formal presentations or just answer questions as people join?
Yeah, there are not. That's a very good question. There are not formal presentations. It's more that you're kind of monitoring your tile if people are coming in to engage with you. So the engagement is primarily through chat. You can also go out and see and engage with others in their tiles, and you can also engage at the page level. So if you're in the advanced manufacturing, there's a chat for the entire group, and then in the individual tiles there's chat. So there's not a formal presentation that you're making. It's just so you're available and on hand to engage in chat or address questions as people peruse and go through tiles.
And Mike Lasecki, I have no idea about a White House tour, but I will tell you that when I was working on the AT Connects book recently, I called the White House thinking that nobody would answer, and they answered White House. So anything's possible these days. Somebody literally just answered and said White House, which I was very surprised by. So who knows what you might be able to pull off if you just call the White House directly,
Mike asks that question every year if we can get a White House tour. It would be wonderful if we could organize things of that level.
Oh my. I think that is it at the moment. I think Courtney's doing a very nice job of answering questions in chat, so there's not a lot that's coming up. Yeah, I think we're in good shape here. Everybody, I think, well, and we just got news that White House tours can be arranged through your congressional office. So there you go. Thank you. See, this is the beauty of this community. Somebody will know the answer. Whether it's problems with Zoom or a White House tour, we've got you covered in ATE.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, wonderful. I will say, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to either the general ATE box, which is monitored by multiple people, or to Courtney or to me directly. Happy to address questions about the event, and then you'll be getting further correspondence from us and certainly your login credentials to the virtual platform next Tuesday. And we hope to see you for the kickoff. And then those of you that are attending in person, we're again very excited to welcome participants back to DC.
Absolutely. I should also mention too that there is a physical program for people who are interested in the way the program works. There's a physical program and there is a mobile app, which was mentioned in chat. And the mobile app is coming soon. It always takes us a little while to coordinate and get that all put together, but I believe that will be available next week, right before the virtual. And it does have both the virtual components and some of the and all of the in-person. But there is a physical program too. If you're someone who doesn't like an app, and I know there are people who don't like them, there will be a physical program, right?
Yes, and the physical program is actually on our website right now,
Right, so
in a PDF format if you wanted to download and take a look at that. And we are coordinating with AT Central. We will be launching the app at the same time we open the platform. So you will, for those of you attending in person, you, as Rachel said, you have the ability to download the mobile app, which has all the information in the conference program on it as well. So that is forthcoming.
And I will give a little plug because of all of our deep commitment, all of us having a deep commitment to diversity, that there's also a special universal access lab this year that's available to people right across from registration to help you consider how to make all of your resources and materials more accessible to a variety of users. That's something we're doing again this year too with AACC.
And that will be directly across from the registration area. So definitely
that's on Thursday. So another nice thing to stop in and chat with folks about. This has been great. I think record time, Ellen. Good.
I think I felt pressure to zoom through.
We did well though.
But now I know that
yeah,
I know the quick shortcut now to enable chat. My apologies on that. Thank you all.
All right, everybody. Well, it was good to see everyone. Don't forget to email Courtney if you have other questions too. They are so responsive about getting back with answers. So don't, if something seems confusing, but it's such a wonderful event. We're so excited to be back in person again, as well as virtual.
Thank you all. I'll see you very soon. Bye.